Welcome back, friends. In the last lecture, we have started with our actual electromagnetics subject, where we have gone through the sources of electromagnetics applications, and a Del operator. With the Del operator in the Cartesian form, we have gone through, and we have just listed out what are the various operations which we can do on Del operator. Today, in this lecture, we'll talk about those specific operations in detail, and as an engineer, or as if you are studying this particular subject, you need to remember those formulas for calculation of gradient. Now, first of all, what is gradient? Now, gradient of a scalar field V is a vector that represents both magnitude and direction of maximum space rate of increase of V. Now, before starting with anything, I will like to ask you a question. What is this Del operator? Del operator is a differentiation operator. Differentiation is denoted by, let's say I am denoting it by dy dx. So it is what? A rate of change of y. If I want to represent this dy dx, what I write? It is a rate of change of y with respect to x. Yes or no? So if I want to represent it in the formula, I will write y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Any doubt about this? x2 minus x1. Yes. So dy by dx is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. What it means exactly? If someone asks you what is differentiation, differentiation is nothing but a slope. Differentiation is nothing but a slope. So if I want to draw a certain curve, let's say this is the x-axis, this is a y-axis, and I want to draw a certain line. Let's say this is a curve, any curve I will draw. If someone asks you what is differentiation, differentiation, if I take differentiation is rate of change of y. Let's say in this particular range I need to calculate. Let's say this is a range, so I will just show it by a dot. So let's say this is y1, x1, this is x2, this is y1, this is y2. If someone asks you what is the slope of this, you know by the slope of slope formula, it is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to x minus x1 upon y minus y1, something like that. So the formula. So definitely differentiation is also rate of change of something, that is y in our case, with respect to something, that is x in our case. So dy by dx is nothing but a slope. Now if I am talking about a Del operator, differentiation operator, we must be talking about a slope. That's clear. Now gradient is a point of maximum slope. That's it. Gradient of a scalar or gradient of anything is a point of maximum slope. So if you understand this, we can represent it in different forms. So gradient of a scalar for a time being is just clear to us. It's a point of maximum slope, and as per definition it is saying that magnitude and direction of maximum speed rate of increase. So rate of change of something, rate of increase of something. So the point of maximum slope is nothing but gradient of V. So we have studied three coordinate system. The three coordinate system are Cartesian, cylindrical and spherical. So for the Cartesian system, grad V. Now see, it is dou by dou x. It is standing for del ax bar. So V is a scalar. So dou V by dou x ax bar, dou V by dou y ay bar, dou V by dou z az bar. Similarly, now see, if you do remember, in Cartesian coordinate system there is no coefficient coming in this dou V by dou x, dou V by dou y, dou V by dou z, and you might have solved the numericals in the mathematics using this simple formula. Now let's elaborate this for remaining two coordinate system. Now let me make this point very clear to you. When we are looking at certain equations, you should understand first of all the equations are given in which coordinate system. Once it is clear, the second question you ask to yourself, what I am supposed to solve. If I am supposed to solve gradient, first of all you ask to yourself in which coordinate system the points are given, and that's why there are different notations for Cartesian, different notations for cylindrical, and different for spherical coordinate system. So for this I will just drop this part of the board and just one second come back. See, it is dou V by dou x x bar, dou V by dou y y bar, dou V by dou z az bar. This is clear. This is for Cartesian. Now let's look at the next gradient formula. This is for cylindrical. This is for cylindrical coordinate system. Grad V is dou V by dou rho. It is rate of change of any scalar V with respect to rho, arrow bar. No problem about that. The last thing is dou V by dou z az bar, no problem about it. The only thing is that here is additional coefficient coming, this is 1 over rho. So once again remember, I told you while discussing about surfaces and differential length in the cylindrical coordinate system that rho comes with a phi. That's the only thing that you need to remember. Rho comes with a phi, and that's why in the formula of the gradient also grad v is equal to, no problem about dou v by dou rho, no problem about dou v by dou z, but only thing is that dou v by dou phi comes with the coefficients 1 over rho. So here also rho is coming with a phi, rho is coming with a phi. That's it. This is the thing you need to remember. This is important formula. You just write it down on your notebooks. Try to remember this formula. We will try to solve some numericals depending on that. Let's go to the third coordinate system, that is spherical coordinate system. And this spherical coordinate system formula for grad v. Grad v is dou v by dou r a r bar. No problem about this. Now see, as I am telling you, rho comes with a phi, r comes with a theta in case of spherical. As is in the case of cylindrical coordinate system, rho is coming with a phi. The same way in the spherical coordinate system, r comes with a theta and r sin theta comes with a phi. So it's very easy to remember now. Just three things you need to remember. Rho comes with a phi, r comes with a theta in spherical, and r sin theta comes with a phi in case of spherical coordinate system. So dou v by dou r a r bar 1 over rho 1 over r, it is 1 over r means 1 by r, dou v by dou theta a theta bar plus 1 over r sin theta dou v upon dou phi a phi bar. That's it. So if you just write it once again and remember 3 points. First thing is that rho is coming with a phi. So rho is coming with a phi. This is the thing you need to remember. R is coming with a theta in spherical. R is coming with a theta, and r sin theta comes with a phi. R sin theta coming with a phi. These two things are applicable for spherical, and this first thing is applicable in case of cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, that's it. If you just remember this, you can remember these three formulas. So as there are three coordinate system, we need to remember only three formulas. So grad v for Cartesian, grad v for cylindrical, and grad v for spherical coordinate system. Let's proceed our discussion. What is gradient? First thing is, gradient is a point of maximum slope on a curve, any curve. Now gradient of a scalar. Now see, there are three fields which are given to you: u, v, and f. See, there is no vector notation here because it does not carrying any vector sign also. X square y, x y z. So whenever anything is given to you in the electromagnetics, first of all ask question to yourself, in which coordinate system it is. So the first thing, in which coordinate system it is? It is in Cartesian coordinate system or rectangular coordinate system. Second thing you ask to yourself, what is I am supposed to calculate? I am supposed to calculate gradient. Go back to the formula, apply the gradient formula for Cartesian coordinate system and try to solve. The answers are in front of you, just try to solve it on your way. Then v is equal to rho z sin phi plus z square cos phi plus rho square. Now if I do remember, this is entire v for me. Okay, put it in bracket. So if you are getting any problem, put it in bracket. So it is 1 over dou by dou rho of v arrow bar, then dou by dou z with dou by dou phi coming over 1 over rho here a phi bar, and finally in this entire term. Now remember one thing, v or scalar, you need to take this entire term. Don't forget, don't take just this term for rho, this term for phi, this term for z. No, entire term for rho, entire term for phi, entire term for z, differentiate it, partial differentiation, and then finally coming to the conclusion. And finally f is cos theta sin phi ln r. It is log to the base n ln r plus r square phi. Put those equations which we have studied in the previous slide. I am going to share these slides with you, don't worry about this. And once you have, you try to solve these numericals and get those answers. See, it is very difficult for me to solve on this board because I don't have this blackboard facilities. I am staying at home, and that's why sometimes it becomes difficult for me. So I need help from your side where you are supposed to solve that somewhere, and you just try to show the answers to me. Whenever I ask you to submit those things, you are supposed to submit. So this is your first assignment. So very small assignment I am giving. Solve these three things and match the answers. Now don't forcefully match the answers, but try to get those answers by applying the formula which we have studied in the earlier slide. Okay, so in the next lecture we'll talk about divergence of a vector, and then we'll go for curl of a vector. Laplacian we'll see as and when times come. Right now not required. So we'll see divergence and curl of a vector in forthcoming videos. Okay, till then stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. If you have any doubt, you can ask me at any point of time on this LMS portal, where we are keeping all these things in detail. Okay, thank you very much.